Good morning. Today we're going to be looking at using significant figures in calculations. If you haven't watched the using significant figures video to determine how many sig figs are in a number, you want to stop and watch that video right now. But today we're going to be looking at how do we figure out how to use significant figures while we're doing calculations with different measurements. So let's get started. There's going to be two different rules. There's going to be the addition subtraction rule and the multiplication and division rule. So depending on what you're doing with your measurements, you'll need to follow some different guidelines. First, we're going to look at the addition and subtraction rule. Okay? So when you take two measurements and you add or subtract them together, you want to round your answer to the digits place that matches the least precise measurement you're using in your calculation. So let's look at some examples to figure out what in the world does that mean. I've got two examples right here. We're going to look at the first one, 425 milliliters plus 400 milliliters. So we're adding two volumes together. We're going to initially get 825 milliliters. But let's look at the rule for addition and subtraction and see what do we need to do with our answer. It says we need to round our answer to the digits place that matches the least precise measurement you're using in your calculation. So this measurement is precise to the ones place, right? This is the most precise, the smallest, the most precise measurement, digits place. But this measurement is only precise to the hundredths place, which is a much larger measurement, or much less precise measurement. So we're going to need to round our answer to match the digits place from our least precise measurement, which is this guy. We're going to have to round our answer to the hundredths place. So our final answer is going to be 800 milliliters. So we have to round our answer to the hundredths place to match the least precise measurement in our calculation. Let's try this again to make sure that it's making some sense. So if we add 12 meters, or if we subtract 4.5 meters from 12 meters, we get 7.5 meters. And then we look at, okay, what's the least precise measurement? Well, 4.5, it measures to half a meter, but this one only measures to one individual meter. So this is less precise. It only measures to the ones digits place. So our answer can only be to the ones digits place. So we're going to have to round this guy to the ones place. The 5 is going to help us round up. So our final answer is going to be 8 meters. And then we're done. Nice job. Now let's look at the multiplication and division rules, and we'll do some examples as well. Now we're going to look at rules for using significant figures when we're doing multiplication and division problems. So here's the rule. You're going to round your answer so that the answer has the same number of sig figs as the measurement you are using, which has the least amount of sig figs. Okay, so let's do an example. Actually, we're going to do two to kind of process what does that mean. Okay. So our two examples are right here. The first one, we're going to take two distances and multiply them together. We're going to initially, as our answer, get 125 meters. But the rule says we need to round our answer to have the same number of significant figures as the measurement that has the least number of sig figs. So our first measurement, 5 meters, has 1 sig fig. And our second measurement has 2 sig figs. Because the smallest one is 1 sig fig, our answer can only have 1 significant figure as well. So we need to round our answer. So our final answer is going to be 100 meters squared. Because this number only has 1 sig fig, make sure you don't put a decimal point there because that would give you 3 sig figs. Okay, let's look at the next example. We've got 5.2 grams divided by 11.4 milliliters. Initially, our answer is 0.456 4 grams per milliliter. But we need our answer to have the same number of significant figures as the measurement with the least number of significant figures. Okay? And so 5.2 grams has 2 sig figs, and 11.4 milliliters has 3 sig figs. So our answer needs to have only 2 significant figures. So let's round our answer. We're not going to count the 0. It's a leading 0, and that doesn't count as significant. So we're going to round it to this digits place right here. So we'll round it to 0.46 grams per milliliter. That's how you're going to use these multiplication and division rules. You have what it takes. You can use significant figures in calculations. You're amazing. See you later.